And we are back at MediaCom Ice Park. Steve Cass and Dan Lee just still getting set up here as we are now on the West Rink. And again, we apologize for being a little unsettled here as we are just underway in the second period. And meanwhile, here is a break. Levi Armstrong in all alone. He dekes, he shoots, and a good save. Huge save by Brady Griffin as Missouri State, right off the draw there, had an opportunity, or excuse me, McKendree had an opportunity on Missouri State. Puck cleared all the way down, and Griffin still doesn't have his stick. 14:49 remaining, and the play continues. And again, we apologize, folks, that we had to make the exact same switch as you did, trying to get into this area of the rink, one that we are unfamiliar with. But
by golly, we didn't miss a thing.
Well, yeah,
maybe one face-off.
But at any rate, we are here. This is the West Rink. If it looks a little bit different, it's because it is a different rink. So meanwhile, play is underway.
And here comes Schumacher through the slot, gets triple team, has it poked away, and it'll go into the corner. And they'll fight Schumacher going up against Dmitro Golovko, rather. Here's a shot on goal from the right side. This one sticked into the corner by Andrew Best, the goalkeeper. McKendree with the puck, deep in their own zone. Looking for help is Daniel Nordlander. He finally gets it forward to the red line. It comes back the other direction as Chris Brown takes control. He'll dump it in. All the way back into the corner, Josh Bell taps it to Turin. Turin on the attack. Oh, and a bad pass goes through the skates of Bell and all the way down the other direction. This will not be icing because it came off of a Missouri State University stick. So the Ice Bears will have to retreat. 2-0 your score. Missouri State University with the lead and the puck. Here's Brennan Anderson skating in on right wing, or left wing. It goes down the middle and a wide open puck. Nobody saw it. And now he gets sifted back through the crease all the way to the end board, but no damage done there. Here's McKendree fighting back the other direction. Dominic Noss. Noss feeds it on the right wing. Pass through the slot is intercepted by the Ice Bears. Kovacic has it. Kovacic 1-on-4. Taps it into the corner. Ice Bears go for a quick line change. Kovacic can't get to it in time as Noss got there first. And the purple jerseys had it momentarily, but Bell intercepts at the blue line. Snaps off a long drive save. Rebound pops up loose. Kovacic had a chance at it, couldn't find it. Now it's back on the inboards. Here's Josh Bell feeding it out front. Taken away, and a nice poke check by Bell. He tries to feed it through the slot, fanned on the effort, comes out to the blue line, and it's going to be offside. Just barely offside. Looked like Sam Heiserode had a chance to keep it in the zone, but it just didn't quite happen. And we'll come just outside the blue line. Boy, we have a Jumbotron in this rink. I never noticed that before. Are we going to get to see a Jumbotron in action tonight? It looks like a Jumbotron anyway. McKendree wins the draw. They trail 2-0 to the Missouri State University Ice Bears. Now 12:31 left here in the second period, and it's been an eventful night to say the least. Sam Heiserode comes around the corner. Now gets it back on the right side, taken away there. All the way back into the corner, they'll dig. McKendree pins it up against the end board. Now out front it comes. Loose puck taken by Missouri State, and they'll come up ice through the middle. Nice push through traffic, and Perron will not catch up with it before it slides into the glove of Andrew Best, and he'll hang on to stop play with 12:04 left in the second period. 2-0 Missouri State with the advantage.
Again, I want to welcome everybody watching. And
are we back again?
Yeah, no, we're still back. I just got everything all straightened up and settled up. But Dan, yeah, we've had all sorts of issues here tonight, as you mentioned, and it has been crazy, absolutely crazy here.
Tyler Estemeyer with the puck, and he receives a big shoulder check for his efforts from Chris Brown, and the puck stays in the McKendree zone as a result. Into the corner, they'll scrum. And working hard in there is Brian Fuller. He gets it to Schumacher on the point. They'll go right side. Johansson tees it up, and this drive is knocked down by Jason Bielke, and away goes the puck.
Cleared all the way down into the Missouri State zone. 11:38 to go in the second period. Yes, we are in the second period. We have had to change rinks. We're no longer on the Stan Melton rink. We're on the West rink. And McKendree will have it at center ice. They'll send it right back in, and it'll be Schumacher for Missouri State. To the near side boards. Hopefully the issue that happened that forced the positioning over to this rink will be fixed by tomorrow. But if not, Dan, we'll be right back over here on this rink.
I hope we'll know a little bit earlier tomorrow night.
Well, and it's much different. You know, I talked about the fact that we have done this one time before, but we were able to stay on the air. Now we can't do that. It's a totally different scenario here. And puck cleared into the corner. All the way down and shoved behind the net.
Austin Davis played it in the corner. Ice Bears go for a quick line change. McKendree picks up the puck.
With quickly to Daniel Nordlander across the line into the zone. Nordlander gets pushed hard and centers it up the middle, but it's intercepted by Missouri State. They're going to race. They have a 3-on-2.
Down the right wing they come. Drop pass right at the blue line to Bratton. He skates in, looks for help, finds O'Brien, and O'Brien's shot is knocked down. A rebound attempt by Barrett, and a good stop by Andrew Best on that one as well. And it comes away to Josh Donovan. He can't clear the zone. Barrett has it. Out in front. The shot just off the side of the net. Missed the post by about an inch and a half. Back behind it goes. McKendree having a hard time getting out of their own zone now. Is finally coming up with it is Jason Bielke.
Got to be sent just to the line and picked up off of O'Brien's skates and now taken by Brown.
Brown will chase it at the goal line. Gets there first, chips it out, but it comes to the near half board, taken away. Out to center ice, it comes off the stick of Brennan Anderson.
He will chase it, but the goaltender comes out, and Brady Griffin gives it up to the corner. Both southpaw goaltenders playing here, and it looks like that Griffin's going to stay in. No switching of the goaltenders right now.
Well, we'll see what happens on the next whistle. We just now got under the halfway point.
Well, that's true. Bratton will tip it in and goes all the way around into the McKendree zone.
And it's picked up by Ryan Reeder for McKendree. Outlet pass goes off of an official and out to center ice.
Right back into the zone.
And they'll steer it back into the corner, McKendree does, but it's going to be picked up by Josh Bell. He wheels around to the near half board right in front of us. Gets it ticked off of his stick barely, but it stays in the zone. Here's Kovacic. Kovacic feeds down low. Toe dragging it back, handed by Turner, and a nice stop by Best protecting the pipe. Kovacic out to the point. Here's Heiseroth. Heiseroth gives it off on the right side. Warning with a blast that goes a little bit wide left, and it comes back to McKendree. Here's Dominic Noss.
He gets it just as far as center ice, and the Ice Bears rush back in.
Bell will snap off a wrister, and this one just a little bit wide to the right as Best cut off the angle nicely. Now comes back into the corner. Kovacic working hard, trying to get that puck away. Can't get it done. Here's Cole DeZonde, and he's got an outlet pass.
All the way down. This should be an icing call. It is. Icing with 8:40 to go in the period. And we will, as you said, Dan, get that goaltender change.
And there it is. So Brady Griffin will get credit for make it 13 stops today. 13 shots on goal over the course of a period and a half for McKendree. And that will close the books on Brady Griffin. And we'll see what Shuck can do from here on in. Brendan Shuck as the Ice Bears work in the McKendree zone. Perron after the face-off takes it all the way back behind, working hard, has the puck, still protecting it, keeps his body between the puck and the defender, gives it back to McClue. Brendan will go on to the blue line, to the point, back to Brendan McClue. And close, and a deflected shot into the stick, and eventually the glove of Andrew Best to stop play with 8:17 left here in the second period. 2-0, Missouri State with the lead. So what do we say, 13 shots on goal against Griffin, right? Yeah.
13.
Okay, let's write that down while we got a chance. Missouri State wins the draw in the attacking zone. McKendree having a hard time getting out of their own zone right now. There's a shot from the point and a good stop held onto by Andrew Best. And Best has been no slouch in this contest. He's kicked out 21 of 23 shots. Face-off will be to his left as he looks out from his crease. Won by McClue, and the Ice Bears have it. Schumacher will shovel it back into the corner. Flipped back out to Schumacher, who works into the slot, takes the shot, and this one deflected up and into the netting. Out of play. 7:58 left, second period. Well, we've seen all kinds of action tonight. We've seen some hard-hitting action. So hard, in fact, that they broke the rink.
Yeah, we've seen an absolutely crazy situation, just the second time in history that we have had to change rinks. You know, I love the fact.
Right off the draw,
yeah,
McClue had a chance.
I was going to say, Dan, I love the fact that we have 2 rinks, but I don't like it when we have to change them.
Johansson with a nice feed to Thornton, and Best comes up with a great save as Thornton was open on the corner of the goal. Now it comes back outside. Here's Fuller, Dan Fuller. No, excuse me, that's Johansson out there. And Johansson gets it back into the corner. Perron has it there. He gets rattled along the boards. Heavy checking pressure applied by Ty Watt, and McKendree will come up with the puck. Still trapped in their own zone, though, as Davis comes into corral. Now it comes back out the other door on the far side into the corner. Now back behind. Daniel Nordlander gets a hold of it. Backhand pass around the boards. Comes away to Lazar Lestarik. Lestarik works up left wing, fires a pass, goes as far as center ice, taken by the Ice Bears in their own zone. And the Ice Bears will retreat momentarily at least. Now they fire it down the length of the ice, and this is going to be an icing call, and I'm not sure about that. I thought it was deflected by Alec Nichols of McKendree, but nope. We're going to go all the way back to the other end in the Ice Bears zone. 23-13 shots on goal now in favor of Missouri State University. They lead this one 2-0. And both goals coming in the first period. One with just 32 seconds left in that first period, and that was a shorthanded goal that's made a big difference in this contest so far. McKendree with a blast and a good glove save from Shuck.
Brendan Shuck comes in. He, in 11 games, 3-4 with a 4.24 goals against average and an .865 save percentage. Again, want to welcome everybody that was tuning in and just a little confused. We're back, but we are on the West Rink now. So we appreciate you. Tell your friends we're back. Play is underway. It's kicked out to center ice, and the Ice Bears have a 3-on-2.
And they'll work it down the middle with Barrett to O'Brien. His shot is knocked down. Good defensive job by Jacob Young to stick a skate out in front of that. Puck pops up to Bratton. He can't control. Now he'll get it back. Nope. Lost it again.
It'll be taken away by Dominic Noss. He'll try to shoot it in. It goes as far as the blue line, and Missouri State will set things up with 6:25 to go in the period. 2-0 Ice Bears.
And here's O'Brien trying to feed one into the slot, and a good job by Ryan Reeder to kick it away, and the McKendree will take over behind their own goal. Spinning back the other direction, Cole DeZandre. He plays catch, gets it back. DeZandre tries to work it out, flips it off the top of the glass, comes to Noss.
All the way down as the Ice Bears will chase. Brown is there, stepping in front of him, his like 27 of Connor Brenneman. And Brennan, that is, and Brennan is there to run some rough shot. It's at the half boards. McKendree still with a good opportunity, but the Ice Bears will dig it out, and they'll have it with 5:48 to go in another 3-on-2.
Here's Travis Barrett dropping it off for O'Brien. He tries to feed it back, and a good job defensively as stepping in front is Josh Donovan to intercept.
Heiserode is there, and he'll drop it down in low. It's intercepted and taken away by Shane Pluto. Pluto brings it all the way around. He is checked hard. As Pluto still with the puck, now behind the net. That person doing the checking is Sam Heiserode, intercepted by Missouri State, and the Ice Bears quickly, well, not so quickly, now with control, bring it out to center. They wanted to go for a line change, and they really wanted to get it down in deep, and they couldn't do it. So it was a hesitation on Missouri State's part. Josh Donovan with a dump in with 5:06 to go in the period. Here's Josh Bell.
Bell's got some room to work in a 3-on-2. Bell drops it off on a drive, and this one into the chest protector of the goaltender Andrew Best, and he'll snatch his own rebound and stop play with 4:59 left here in the second period. A 2-0 Missouri State University lead. Do you feel better now? You got the jacket back on?
I got the jacket back on. You know, people probably looked at, who is this madman? I'm trying to get things set up, and I know people were looking at me like, okay, who are you?
But we got it done. And our thanks to the fans, too, that helped out. A lot of the fans came over to help haul stuff from one arena to the other.
Mr. Kovacic, very big thanks to him.
And the staff here at Jordan Valley Ice Park.
Yeah, they got it all taped down. All I know is I moved the equipment over, and they got it all taped down and set up. And obviously, we're not set up for this.
And I just called it Jordan Valley Ice Park, too. Of course, MediaCom Ice Park.
Well, it may be Jordan Valley in a couple of years.
Well, the last time I said that was the last time we moved rinks.
That's true. Now we get an icing, and the officials are a little angry about that. Or excuse me, the coaches are angry about the officials calling that an icing. And even head coach Jeremy Law said, hey, bring it back into McKendree's end of the ice. I'm fine with that.
At any rate, thanks to everybody that helped make this snap move possible, because let me tell you, logistically, it was a nightmare
But it still kind of is a nightmare.
Yeah. But we appreciate all the help we got on that.
Yeah.
Everybody involved.
One of the things I hesitated was, so we have 1,100 in the other rink. This rink cannot hold 1,100. Where is everybody?
Yeah, no kidding.
They are packed into the gills, I know that. But meanwhile, we have a hockey game to go on the West rink, and it's in the McKendree end of the ice.
And Bell will outwork 2 defenders to get it into the corner for Kovacic. He tries to feed it back out, can't get it done. Bell will help him out. He's working hard against Ryan Reeder. Reeder's got a stick on him. Now it comes back to the point of Schumacher on the left point. He lets the shot go, but this is knocked down nicely by Dominic Noss. McKendree can't quite clear the zone. Bell with a toe drag, but couldn't make it happen. And finally it comes to Noss,
who will bring it up on the left side, tries to get around Schumacher. Noss is there and taken into the boards before centering the pass, and the Ice Bears will intercept with 3:39 to go in the period.
Here comes Alex Turin. He'll launch one from beyond the blue line. Nice easy stick save for Andrew Best. He'll kick it into the corner. Now it comes back out front. Ice Bears with it. Here's Anderson. The shot. Save. Rebound. And what in the world kept that puck out? I think it was one of the defenders, Alec Nichols, who might have stuck his own stick behind the goaltender and kept that one from going in. I'd like to see that one on replay and see how that one managed to stay out.
Well, you could if I would have set up replay.
And we didn't have time for everything.
The one thing I forgot. Now it's all set.
And Anderson will try another one. This one a little bit high over the crossbar. And back it comes into the near corner. Kovacic can't get control of it there. It's taken by Daniel Nordlander. He wings it around the boards, taps it out to center ice, and here comes Noss.
2-on-2 into the zone, but it hits a skate of an Ice Bear. We come the other way. McKendree with a change.
And here's Thornton. Thornton working down the left side of the slot, turns around, tries to find McClue, can't get it to him. It's picked up on the far boards by Daniel Nordlander.
Cleared all the way down, no icing, they wave it off. So here's a shot by Dmitro Govorko and a save by the goaltender Brendan Schuck, who came in relief in this period at 8:40 of the period.
Now there's 2 things about this game I want you to know. Number one, I finally get the short end of the ice, which I can't tell you how much I love this, okay? And number 2, something I've been waiting, how many years now? 13 years to say this. Down in front, Steve. On the other end of the ice. Down in front, please.
I could bring my chair over here and sit down if you would like. I could do that, and actually I don't have a problem doing that.
And the Ice Bears win the draw, and they'll try to take it back behind their own goal.
2:30 remaining in the period. It'll go to Michael Weidman. He gets pushed behind the net, now moves it into the near side boards, and the Ice Bears will dig it out, and here comes Sam Heiseroth.
Heiseroth will lift it high and into the corner as the Ice Bears go to work in the attacking zone. Barrett gets pinned up against the boards by Wolfgang Davis, and the puck comes to the near side. 4th line on for McKendree right now as Michael Weidman tries to get in on the action.
And we're going to get a whistle for a stoppage and play and a penalty. It's behind the net, and it goes against Missouri State. And it's a hooking call. O'Brien will go.
First penalty of the second period. 10 minutes and penalties on 5 calls against Missouri State. This comes with 2:04 left to go in the period.
3rd power play now for the McKendree University Bearcats. And as I mentioned before the switch, that they are 29.3% on the power play, 42 power play goals for 143 opportunities. And a fresh 2 minutes on the board, so this will be another power play. On a new goaltender, Dan. The last 2 have been on goaltender Brady Griffin. Now it's on Brendan Schuck, who is not a southpaw. So spinning around is Connor Brennan. He gives it high slot to Denzande. It'll go into the near side boards. The Ice Bears cannot clear it. Now, there is about a 4-second difference between the penalty and the time clock. So the penalty will expire before the time of this period ends. Puck into the corner. Now behind the net. Working it down low is Ty Watt. He battles for it, gets it to the line. Holding it in is Denzande. He works it down in low to Watt once again. Power play with 119. Shot blocked. Denzande. He's loose and gets a shot up high. May have been deflected off of the arm of Schuck. Goes to the near side boards. Power play has 110. Here's an outlet pass and just a little bit too soon.
And we're going to get a penalty on
that. And another penalty against Missouri State. And now we have some issues, and I kind of don't blame them. I don't think Johansson did it on purpose. He was trying to avoid the player, but he inadvertently ran into the player, and the officials are breaking up what could have been a issue between these two hockey teams.
And we'll wait and see what the officials call, but for the moment it looks like it might be a two-man advantage for McKendree. 2-0 is your score. I'm Dan Lee along with Steve Casson.
You know what we do have, though?
And Alex Harmon.
We do have highlights. I can show you highlights. This is the first goal of the game, and what a beaut it was. Flipping it off the glass by Andrew Kovacic and up over the shoulder of Best. 1-0 in favor of Missouri State. Then Jordan Bratton makes it 2-0 on a pass from Barrett, and it is 2-0 in favor of Missouri State, and that's where we are right now after the first period.
And the officials still discussing what they're going to do about this penalty situation right now. They're over at the McKendree bench.
Well, of course, because we have moved into the West Rink, we do not have a PA feed, so it's Brian Schumacher, 2 minutes for high sticking. And you know what else that means, Dan?
What's that?
I don't believe, well, we might be able to do our post-game interview with our player of the game. We still could do
well,
that.
it's a whole lot harder to get down to the ice, though.
Well, that's what I was saying, is that we may have to forgo that.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to forget about that tonight.
Two-man advantage for McKendree. Golden opportunity to get a goal here. High slot, working it as Norlander, sends it down in low, trying to swing it around to Noss. Now up the middle, it's deflected and it's cleared out to center ice. So the first power play will expire in this period. The second one will carry over into period number 3. Now working it is Nordlander. Cross-ice pass. A drive just misses Watt as Armstrong got that one. Once again, Nordlander. He'll tee it up from the right side. Gets around to sliding Anderson. He shoots. He scores! It's a power play goal, and it's 2-1.
It's a two-man advantage.
Nordlander with his 10th goal of the season for McKendree. Here in the second period. This one coming at 19:40. Or actually 19:20 will be the actual time of the goal. But a nice goal as they got around a sliding Brennan Anderson to score the goal.
So the Ice Bears will get one back a little bit early, but they've still got 40 seconds left of a one-man disadvantage here in the second period, and then a little bit more in the third period if nothing else changes. Ice Bears do manage to win the draw and send it down into the McKendree zone. They'll pick it up quickly, and quickly back ice they come. 5-on-4 for McKendree. Poke check gets it away momentarily. Now it comes out in front, and a missed dial on the pass by McKendree sends it all the way back to Andrew Best. He'll try to rush up to the blue line and feed it out to center line. Now it comes away clean, and Best is going to watch as Kovacic gets to the puck with 8 seconds left to go. He's got it in the corner. Best tries, Kovacic tries to spin around. He gets knocked down, and there's going to be a penalty on McKendree.
So there's 4.5 seconds left in the period. 53 seconds left in McKendree's power play. Now that was number 4 that McKendree was on. They scored on the first portion of power play number 3. So, Dan, we have had one even strength goal, one shorthanded goal, and one power play goal.
Well, and even the even strength goal was a 4-on-4.
Correct.
So that wasn't quite normal either.
We will be able to replay the goals for you. We'll replay all of them for you.
Round into the face-off circle, and they'll just fight over the dot until time expires here in the second period. And 2 periods are gone, and we're going to intermission number 3. Before we go to period number 3.
Yeah, intermission number 3, rink change number 2.
What a night.
It has been an absolutely crazy night, and we only have one tunnel to this rink, so Missouri State has to wait until McKendree gets off. But let's go over the goals for you. In the first period, Andrew Kovacic makes it 1-0. This is at 10:35, an even strength, but a 4-on-4 goal. And a nice play to bank it off the glass and get it up over the shoulder of Best. And it is 1-0 in favor of Missouri State. Then Jordan Bratton, after Kovacic gets his 19th goal of the season. Bratton's shorthanded goal is his 11th of the season. Barrett and Schumacher, and Missouri State takes a 2-0 advantage. Then we go into the third period. 19-20 of the period. McKendree on a power play. Norlander is 10th as he got around a sliding Brennan Anderson. And just a nice move to get it up over the glove of the Ice Bears goaltender. And that's where we stand right now as we go into what should be period number 3 here at Mediacom Ice Park. But it has been crazy, Dan. It has been absolutely crazy. And if you are just joining us, again, we appreciate you tuning in. We had to do what I think is just an unbelievable job of at least being able to, I wish we could turn we can't, but I wish we could turn the camera around and show you all the wires and cords that have been run from the other rink across the lobby into.
Taped down, properly taped down for safety in the whole 9 yards. I mean, the crew here at the Mediacom Ice Park and the fans that helped out and everybody that helped out. Adele got in on the action.
Yeah,
everybody helped out.
I want to say thank you to everybody who put up with me just giving directions. This, do this, and do that.
I'm used to it, but most people aren't.
No, they're not. We will take a break, and when we come back, the regular interview that we were going to do at the second period intermission with Ice Bears goaltender Joey McConnell. He's a senior. He'll be honored tomorrow, and we will have that for you coming up in just a moment. But it is a 2-1 hockey game after 40 minutes of play in 2 different rinks here at Mediacom Ice Park, Missouri State and McKendree.
We all love the fajitas. Their margaritas get the crown. Don't forget the quesadillas. It's the best Mexican food in town.
Now your favorite Mexican restaurant is open on Sunday. Yes, Maria's Downtown is open on Sunday. So bring your family and friends and enjoy Mexico with us 7 days a week.
Hold on to your salsa and your chips.
Maria's on South Avenue in downtown Springfield.
We're back at Mediacom Ice Park. Steve Cass and Dan Lee. Goaltender Joey McConnell is joining us. And Joey Mack, I know you're 4-1 this season, 4.18 goals against average and .872 save percentage, but those numbers don't mean a thing. What means something is the fact that you're now a graduate, and it's sad to see someone go, but it's a positive thing because, hey, you're moving on to bigger and better.
Yeah, like we were talking about before this interview, I find that hockey here at Missouri State is a great opportunity to have fun with your friends, and I'm glad that it's provided me that opportunity. I did come from a different school that didn't have the same environment, and as soon as I came here, everything was just so much better. The fans are so involved, so that's a lot of fun. Around school, people know that we have a hockey team, and the community at large as well.
Well, and let's talk about that just a little bit. Not to put the other team on the spot, but what was it like to be playing someplace else and nobody really understands or knows that there's even hockey around?
Yeah, so at my last school, which was Worcester State, we had a off-campus rink. So we didn't have any buses that would drive students out. The rink was about 20 minutes away, so there was just no one there. We're here, even though we're technically off campus, it's within walking distance.
That's always a good thing. Let's talk about some of the highlights of your career playing here. What are some of the things games-wise? We'll start off with games, and then we'll talk about some of the personal things, but games-wise, that kind of really stands out to you.
Yeah, instantly, I think if anybody brought up anything from last year, it was when we swept Iowa State. That was a huge experience. Everybody was just so excited after the game, and that there's a photo, I'm sure it's floating around with us in the gray jerseys, and everybody's just cheesing so hard because it was so much fun.
Well, and since you've been with the team for 4 years, you also remember the UCO sweep here at home, too.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny that we can put it together at home and beat these huge teams. If only we could carry it elsewhere.
Well, last weekend, great things happened. You know, the Ice Bears really needed to pull out at least a split with Iowa State in Ames, which is always tough to do, and they did it.
Yeah, I think that whenever a team has their back up against the wall, that's when you'll perform your best. And they had nothing to lose, and we had everything to lose. So I think in that scenario, we had the advantage, even though they were ranked higher than us.
And right now, currently ranked number 17 because of that. And let's I do want to venture into the mentality of this team, but let's continue on with the question I asked so let's talk about some of the personal things. What are some of the personal things that you really are happy that you were able to have happen to you in the 4 years you've been here?
Do you mean with the hockey program or just at Missouri State in general?
Just at Missouri State in general, and if you want to divulge into the hockey program too.
Sure. Well, one of the reasons I picked Missouri State is because it is a real college experience. I transferred from a school with 4,000 students, where this one's pushing 24,000. I find that I see new people every day as I'm walking to new classes. There's a lot of opportunity to meet people from foreign countries. Most people aren't from Missouri that I interact with, although I know that is the main demographic of the school. So you have a great opportunity to experience different mindsets, different viewpoints, and that's something that you definitely need to go to a university to experience.
Joey McConnell joining us, goaltender for Missouri State. Anything about the team that kind of stands out to you?
Yeah, something that's special about our team is that we definitely hang out outside of the rink. A lot of teams I know don't have that. We're always together after the games on Saturdays, and we always see each other at school, like waving in between classes, chatting, and that's not always true. Like, yeah, some teams can put it together just on the ice, and they could care less about each other off the ice, where we always have each other's back. So that's something that's quite unique.
And let's talk about that, because it seems like for some reason that the hockey team, at least here at Missouri State, and you can concur with me since you're on campus a lot, but it just seems like the hockey team here has a little bit bigger presence in a sense, because if you wear your jersey, everyone recognizes it as a hockey jersey, and then they start to think hockey, and then it has this mentality of, oh, these guys are kind of cool, they play hockey, versus, everyone sees a football jersey and everyone sees a baseball jersey, and maybe it's not that wow factor. Am I right about that, or is it a little different?
Yeah, don't quote me on this. I don't know where I'm getting the stat from, but I at least feel that hockey is one of the fastest growing sports in the country. If you asked anybody about hockey 10 years ago, they couldn't tell you the rules. We're now, viewing is at all-time high. I feel like there's a lot of sports that used to be more popular, but due to the aggressive mentalities and the injuries, people are kind of pushing away and finding something that still has the physicality, but also the finesse of other sports like soccer or even basketball in a sense. But it's at a high speed, it's high impact, there's a lot of plays, and it's something that the longer you watch it, the more you begin to pick up on and the more you can appreciate it. So you can take it at face value as a new fan and just look at the speed, the excitement, and then you can look at it, someone who's been playing for 20 years, about the technicalities, like, oh, that was an awesome toe drag. Like, you can dive deeper and deeper, which you can't really do in every sport.
Joey McConnell, goaltender for Missouri State, is our guest. And Joey, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a lot of things. I definitely don't want to settle. I want to be a jack of all trades. I've been working in the restaurant industry for going on 8 years now. I definitely see myself owning a restaurant, or at least being involved. I love side projects. I love video editing. So I want to do everything. I don't believe in the whole you just have to do one thing. I find that if you really dive into what makes you happy, those are usually the most successful people.
Well, if I can add any kind of advice, the only thing I can say, because I was that way too, I wanted to be a jack of all trades. If you pick the one thing that is going to actually make you money, go ahead and concentrate on that and definitely be a jack of all trades. But I did that, and I picked broadcasting, and you don't make much in broadcasting. So, I had to pick some other side projects to do. But, the restaurant business obviously is a good thing. And are you still at the same restaurant I saw you at just a few years ago?
Yeah, I work at Fire and Ice, which is in the Oasis Hotel. It's one of the top fine dining restaurants in Springfield, so I definitely appreciate it. It's made my mannerisms a little bit more adequate than others on the hockey team, just because I have to know my P's and Q's to get by.
Yeah, you seem to have changed your attitude, if that's what I mean. And I don't mean that you're a bad person to begin with. I just mean that I can tell that you're around people where you have to act your age or even above your age. So it definitely shows, especially off the ice, too.
Yeah, and that's just with my age, too. I'm 24, going to be 25 in May, so I'm definitely the grandpa on the team. Comparatively, so there's different roles that come with that versus being one of the younger guys.
Now, of course, there's a little bit of a connection here in Springfield because your dad used to own the Springfield Express, who still play here, who have gone through several different management since then, but it was a great organization. I mean, it still is, but I mean, it was fantastic when he was here. Any ideas of wanting to go into hockey management or anything like that, or you just want to do your own thing?
For the time being, I'm going to do my own thing, but just knowing my dad, that there's no way he's not going to get back into it. I know where he lives now in Farmington, Maine, there's talks of building a rink there, so if they do, he's going to be diving right in.
Yeah, I see all sorts of pictures, and I do want to talk about another picture. And I guess it's because of him, but you can correct me on this. But I saw a picture of you and him with the Stanley Cup in your house when it was in St. Louis, and I'm thinking, okay, who do you know that you can...
Yeah, so that actually wasn't in St. Louis. That was in Biddeford, Maine. We know Brian Dumoulin. I grew up playing with him. He plays for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So we got invited to his Stanley Cup party. He invited all of his old teammates and coaches, so we got to go experience that with him.
Okay, well, I'm glad you corrected me, because I was under the assumption, and I don't know how I got under that assumption, but that it was in your house in St. Louis, and I'm thinking, how did it get there? And,
yeah.
So that's good to know. At least it was someplace else. But yeah, I mean, you got to spend the evening with the Stanley Cup. How great is that?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's really funny because Brian Dumoulin, me, and then another guy on our team, DJ Robinson, we took a picture with the Stanley Cup when we were 8 at the Hockey Hall of Fame, and then we recreated that same picture with him actually being a winner. So that's kind of cool how it came full circle.
That is great. So out of the 3, he's the one that kind of made it to the big show?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's always been super talented. So he's had a great career, and he just signed again at the beginning of this season, so he'll be there for the long haul.
So all you have to do is call him up. I'm sure you've got him on your phone and say, hey, Brian, get me some tickets.
I'm sure we could figure that out.
Can you get me some tickets?
I'll see if I can work you in.
Yeah, I'm like 175th on your list, right?
Something like that.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that hit you up for that, don't they?
I could probably move you up a few slots.
Maybe? Okay. All right, here's a 20. But no. But let's talk about your family, as Joey McConnell is joining us, goaltender for the Missouri State Ice Bears. Besides, know about your dad, other siblings?
I'm an only child, so it's just my dad, my mom, and I.
And they kind of really took care of you, in a sense.
Yeah, we've never had any issues. We've traveled around a lot. I grew up in Maine, but we moved to St. Louis, and then traveled a few other places, mostly for hockey. Like, I lived in Florida, I lived in California, New Mexico, British Columbia, New Hampshire, Ottawa for quite a bit. So I've really been all over the place.
What's your favorite?
My favorite is definitely Maine. I'm really into the outdoors, and that really provides everything I could need.
Well, because I've never been to Maine, but here's what I think about Maine. I think that it's great in the summers, but the winters, it's icy and snowy, and you don't want to get out of the house. Is that true? I mean, all I've heard and seen pictures of Maine is that, maybe from December until March, you don't want to walk out of your house. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true for people that don't live in Maine. So in Maine, you have to be very winter-oriented, or else you'll get what they call cabin fever. And so people are really into snowmobiling, ice fishing, hockey, skiing, snowboarding, snowshoeing, cross-country skiing. Like, it's quite a list of winter-geared sports, and a lot of the summer sports are to get you ready for those winter sports.
So do they have a lot of outdoor rinks, maybe?
I know of 2. I don't think that there's too many. When I went to New Hampton, which is the high school I went to in New Hampshire, we had one of the original ice rinks at a prep school, and that was outdoors, but in the last few years they replaced it with an indoor one. So the reason that they're doing that is because you can't obviously have ice in the off season, and with hockey being as popular as it is now, you definitely want the rink available at all times.
Sure, and especially, it would be nice to be able to do that, to be able to play all year round, especially. The one thing that I've been able to do is up in Reno, Nevada, they had an outdoor rink, and it was cold enough and we could play out there, and I actually played a game out there, and I've gone to New York, and I played in New York outdoors, but I've never played under the sunshine, because obviously it's always been cloudy and cold and snowy or what have you. That would be a great thing to do. I know they have pond hockey up in Michigan sometimes, and they actually do play it under the sun, but I've never done that.
Yeah, well, pond hockey, at least for what I've done, has never been organized. It's always just been like after school, hey, let's go skate kind of thing.
But it's always been fun.
Yeah, except it tears up your skates, so you have to always have that backup pair.
Joey McConnell, goaltender for Missouri State, senior, and of course senior night. We're going to honor seniors tomorrow. What's the one thing that you're going to look back at Missouri State and say, this has just been a great experience, and I'm glad I was able to experience it?
Yeah, like I was touching on earlier, it's definitely been the people that I've interacted with. A lot of professors. One in particular was Dr. Kane, Thomas Kane. He's been extremely influential in a lot of my life decisions and what I've chose to study. He's an IO psychologist, and that's industrial organization, but he was a college athlete himself. He wrestled, and he teaches IO psychology with an emphasis in sports. So he does work as a sports psychologist, but he takes athletes and things that athletes learn in the sport field, and how are they going to transition it into business, and how are they going to transition what they've learned in sports into just everyday life. And that's been quite good, because over the last 3-4 years, it's, oh no, what am I going to do? So it kind of helps you get ready and realize that, oh no, I do already have all the tools I need to be successful. I just didn't realize it.
Joey McConnell joining us. Joey, one day we're going to walk into a restaurant, and I don't know if they have Joey Max, but maybe one day we'll walk into some restaurant and we'll say, I know that guy. I remember that guy. He used to play for Missouri State.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
All right, Joey, thanks so much for doing this.
All right, thank you.
We'll take a break. Be back. More hockey coming up in a moment.
Hi, my name's Scott Morris. I own Falstaff's Local. It's the new hockey bar in town. You're missing out if you don't come and watch some Blues games down here. You'll also be able to hear the sound of all the games. We're located between the Hers building and the movie theater on Park Central West. We have a limited but great menu. We're open for lunch. We are the hockey bar, so come and watch all the hockey games. We're going to cover MSU Ice Bears, the Springfield Express, and we may have some big-time NHL players show up. We are installing a train whistle down here. I think we're the only ones in town that are daring to do that. Please come and see us at Falstaff's The Hockey Bar. Thanks a lot. I will see you soon.
Let's head for the third period. Here's Steve Casson.
It has been a wild and crazy night here at Mediacom Ice Park and the West Rink. Not the Stan Melton Rink. No, we are on the West Rink. We had to make a shift if you're just tuning in and wondering why. Well, this is why, because they have had issues with the ice on the East Rink, and those issues carried over to a compressor, which carried over to a corner of the rink, which carried over to a soft part of the ice, which carried over to us playing on the West Rink. Did I explain that good enough? Well enough?
You explained it well enough, but there's one thing you have not explained yet. Now, you had Joey McConnell as your intermission guest.
Yeah.
you have had a history this year of every Ice Bear that you have interviewed has ended up scoring a goal. So you tell me, how are you going to figure this out to where Joey McConnell scores a goal tonight?
Well, here's the deal. It's not going to be tonight because he's not dressed, but it could be tomorrow because he will be starting tomorrow.
Okay. All right. I'm going to hold you to it.
All right.
We got at least get an assist for McConnell.
There you go. Missouri State skating from the left to the right, and McKendree from the right to left. The Ice Bears quickly with a drive in and a save rebound as that shot came off of Travis Barrett. It'll go behind the net. McKendree there on the defense. It comes to the far side to Dominic Noss. Intercepted, though, taken by McKendree, and they bring it they were going to bring it across the red line, but a good deflection by the Ice Bears' Bratton. But now Bratton in his own zone. The Ice Bears will set things up. Barrett across the red line, now the blue line, across the zone as the B line comes in. Barrett with a backhander, and it just missed wide. Near side boards. Now remember, it's 4-on-4 for another 9 seconds, and then the Ice Bears will have a power play. And that power play will be their second, I believe, Dan.
And Noss will bring it in on the right-hand side, give it to, get checked by Chris Brown, and that'll do it for the penalty. So now it's a power play opportunity for the Ice Bears. And
it's Johansson will send it in. Missouri State wants to change, so they're going to do that. Now 56 seconds remaining. So it'll be Cole DeZonde. He'll be back in his own zone. Spin around, just waste some time and get things set up, and now move it across the line.
Launches it high and deep and into the corner. It'll be taken by Brennan Anderson. He has to avoid a check and goes back behind with the pass. Chris Brown will pick it up.
And Brown will come across with Bell. Now return pass into the zone and send it over to Turin. He'll back it to Kovacic, back down to Turin. Now checked by Tyler Estermeyer, but it's Missouri State with possession. And Turin swinging around the middle. He shoots, and it's off the back of the boards. Flipped up, Turin to glove. He'll send it over to Anderson on the left side. Anderson's going to work again to Brown. Drop down in low to Bell. Now to Anderson. He shoots. Blocker save. Rebound into the corner. Brown will have it for another 3 seconds on the power play. Cross ice. Power plays over. Anderson over to Brown. Shoots and a save. Rebound. It's taken away by Wolfgang Davis and cleared out to center ice.
They have a man open momentarily trying to get it up ice to him, and finally they do, but it's swiped away by Brennan Anderson. Straight up the middle he'll come.
Anderson will work with Turin, but instead take it himself. Anderson right side. Anderson, he shoots, missed wide. And I'll tell you what, Dan, that came off the board so quickly. I think he has a curved stick. I don't want to say anything, but kind of looks that way. Puck will be sent all the way down to the Missouri State zone.
Carson Warnig will do battle in the corner. He gets the puck ahead to Heiserode, and Sam pushes it forward to Thornton.
It'll come across the line, but Levi Armstrong intercepts.
Heiserode will get it back. Got it out as far as the blue line. McKendree will have to get back on side. They do. And now they'll dump it into the zone one more time. All the way around the near board to Carson Warnig. To Thornton. Thornton on the near half board looks the situation over, goes up ice. His pass picked off, and it'll come right back into the Ice Bears zone. Here's Alex Ivasenko, and the Ivasenko shot is deflected by Thornton and comes across the crease harmlessly, and here's McClue.
Brendan McClue, right side, looking for some help instead as he had Sasha Perron up the middle. Gets it to him at the, well, no, he passed it, kept it behind the net. I thought he was going to pass it, and Perron moved like he had the puck, but it was still McClue with possession. Line change for Missouri State. Yeah, I'm on the opposite end of the ice, Dan. I realize how hard it is. Here's a shot in by Perron and a save by Haas.
After 13 years, he finally gets it.
Yeah, I do. Well, I always have. I just, you know. Hey, look, you started out on the left side. You picked the left side, and that's just the way it happened.
Okay. All right.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
And not one peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the entire 13 years either.
Well, you were supposed to get one.
It was in my contract.
And it's up to Stan Melton.
All right.
Now, last I heard, you said you'd forego it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting hungry. Here's Johansson with a nice feed up the ice.
As it's tipped away by Austin Davis into the zone, sent all the way around with 16:20 to go in the period. We are in the third. If you're wondering why this hockey game is running late, because we had to switch from the Stan Melton rink to the East rink.
Here's Dominic Ness working in on goal. Goes all the way to the far side, and a good toe save by Shuck. Fuller will take it back. That's Brian Fuller. His cross-ice pass is intercepted, but picked up by a trailing Launder.
And a good play by Fuller, because as he was coming in to try to get that shot off, Fuller kept it down low instead of it going up.
On the other end, trying to split the defense. Here's McKendree walking in on goal, and a shot that slides wide to the right as the goal comes off the crease because the McKendree player slid into the post as he was taking the shot.
That was a great move by Connor Brennan.
Oh, yeah. Couldn't control himself on the final move, though. As he slid into the post, it'll come outside the blue line for the faceoff.
See if we can grab a look at that one again. I mean, it really was a good move. Yeah, he knocked the net off, but...
And another great save by Shuck.
See if we can take a look at this. Here's the tail end of it, as he got by everybody and just missed it wide.
So back outside the blue line we come. Bratton will step into the face-off circle and win the draw for the Ice Bears. It's taken by Anderson, and he streaks up the left wing.
He'll have it across the line now in front to Bratton with a drive and a save. Big play by Jordan Bratton. 10 goals, 21 assists, actually 11 if you add his one in today's game. Puck with 15:33 to go on the period. Cleared to the near side. Shots 31-20 in favor of Missouri State. And puck stays in the zone. It's dropped down in low. Hovering is Jacob Young as he goes into the corner to try to bilk things out. Play to the point. And here is Young with it. And McKendree has a 3-on-2, but they're going to go to the bench.
They're looking for the line change, so Brennan Anderson has an easy time picking it up in his own corner. Ice Bears try to get a couple of people changed while they're at it. Here's Barrett with the puck in his own end, spins back around. Forechecking pressure coming from McKendree, but the Ice Bears break it and get it out to center ice.
Across the line from Turin, it goes to Zane O'Brien, the B line on the ice now for Missouri State. Zane O'Brien, Jordan Bratton, and Travis Barrett. Puck is cleared out and right back in on a delayed offside, although they're going to switch up and throw Turin on now. Turin, Kovacic, and Bell. Ice Bears with their number one line, although as I mentioned, the B line seems to be the line that's been scoring a lot lately. Puck across the McKendree line, but it's kicked out and we come the other way for Lazar Lesteric, and he has his pass taken away by Bell. Bell across the line one-handed, lost the puck, but kept in by McClue at the line, and Bell is there. A between the legs pass by Kovacic, no good, and it's cleared in the Missouri State zone.
Racing forward is Sam Heiserud. He'll get there ahead of Alex Ivasenko, and it comes back out to center ice.
Across to McClue, now to Bell, left side, drive-in save through some traffic and held on to by Andrew Best.
Boy, I'm not convinced we weren't offside on that play. It looked like McClue might have been a half a step ahead of it, but the officials let it go. 2-1 your score. Missouri State University with the lead. 13:54 left to go here in the regulation timing.
I don't know. We might have to take a look at that one more time. I'll see if I can get a little bit more room on that entry into the zone, but you could be right, Dan.
There's a shot from the point from Heiserud. Good pad save that time from Best, and it comes back out to McKendree at center ice, taken away by Carson Warning and sent back the other direction.
Up over the referee, hits a bad spot on the ice, and it's held on to. Let's look at that one more time, and I think what happened was the puck was deflected in the zone. There it is right there, and I think it was pushed ahead, and it was in the zone before both players crossed into the zone.
Okay.
So I'm going to call it good. I'm going to say the referees did the right thing. Jason Carrera is the referee. Hardy Woodward and Mark Marzola are the linesmen.
Yeah, well, that's one man's opinion.
Look, I got $20 on the game. 13:41 remaining in the period. I don't gamble. You know I don't do that.
No, I know you don't gamble.
How much you want to bet?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Face off in the McKendree zone.
13:41 to go. Brendan McClue in to take the draw, and he will win it. Puck is cleared up and just stays onside and in the arena and all the way down. It was looking to go through the hole between the glass and the netting, but it didn't do it.
Nice bounce pass to McClue.
He'll have it with Sasha Perron trailing. McClue left side in front, and he missed it wide to the near side. It goes, and it's behind the net, taken away by Alec Nichols. Nichols pass. Lead one, and it comes to the corner now to Brennan.
Heiserud gets a stick on it and pokes it away.
It is back out to center ice, where it'll be DeZondi with it.
And Johansson will intercept.
And bring it across the line as it is sent in on a drive by Austin Davis, the recipient of the pass. 12:49 to go in the period. Drop to the near side. Still a battle for it. Johansson calls for it, but instead a shot by Lounder sails wide. Up the middle, Lounder again. He shoots, and another save by Best. Far side. battle for it. It's a 2-1 hockey game between Missouri State and McKendree, and the Bearcats, that is, ice the puck.
That'll come back down.
12:28 to go in the period. Again, thanks, folks, for being patient with us as we had to move from the Stan Melton Ice Arena to the to the West Rink.
We had one early score from the UNLV and Midland game. It was 1-1 in the first period.
And
that was an early score.
I have an update. It's 2-1 UNLV after 1.
All right. I like that score better. We're all Red fans tonight. 12:28 left to go here in the third period. A 2-1 Missouri State lead. And the face-off is won by McKendree.
And the Bearcats will have control.
Up ahead it comes, all the way down to the end board. Schumacher tries to hold off a charging Dmitro Golovkov, and he gets the puck to Bratton, and Bratton has his puck intercepted. Nice job, Levi Armstrong, to step in front of that one. Now they pinch it up along the near half board, or far half board, I should say, and still battling for it along those boards. Still working it over. Schumacher lost it, and stepping in on goal with a shot is Golovko, and now he runs over Shuck, and I don't see a harm up anywhere. Here's another big blocker save by Shuck as it comes to the near corner, and I mean just flat ran Shuck over and no call. So an outlet pass to Barrett goes a little bit too long, and this will probably be an icing call, but I cannot believe they missed that one.
Well, one thing I have to say about Shuck, as that definitely was a run into, it was a cross-check kind of run, but look at Shuck. He gets back up, and he has to, because here's a huge opportunity in front by Nichols, and Shuck makes the save. So regardless of what the penalty or possible penalty was going to be, Shuck didn't care. He got ready, he got back up in position, he was set and good to go, and he did what he had to do, because had he not been ready or been rattled by that or looking at the referee, he may have missed that shot.
Right, and now he's getting the lecture from the referee on exactly what did occur and why they didn't call anything. Here's a big blast coming in on the right side, a little bit wide. Goes back to the corner. Ice Bears in trouble here in their own zone, and we're going to get a whistle, and this is going to be against the Ice Bears. I believe.
No,
maybe not.
It's not. It's going to be a hand pass.
Okay, just a hand pass.
I looked immediately at Jason Carrera. He didn't have his hand up, but the linesman did.
Yep.
Stays in the zone.
We'll take that. Levi Armstrong, excuse me, that's not Levi, that's Alex Ivasenko to the face-off circle against Jordan Bratton. Bratton wins the draw, got it to Shoemaker. Schumacher to O'Brien.
And he'll have it on the left side. O'Brien drops it to Bratton, looks for Barrett, back to Bratton. Now to O'Brien with a wraparound. Taken away, and here's McKendree, and a lead pass goes to Noss.
Noss has some help on the wing, gets it to him, backhand shot, saves Shuck, but he got the puck back. Working on the wing is Wilson out front. Pass knocked down by
Here's a lead
O'Brien
for Barrett from O'Brien, as you said. Barrett with it. He shoots, and a save by Best. Good save there as the Ice Bears stopped and dropped and pulled up and got a shot with 10:40 to go in the period, 2-1. Dan, one thing I do want to mention about these nets here in a second, as it's in the Missouri State zone. Next opportunity we can. Here's Kovacic with the lead to Bell. Past him to Turin, left side. Turin, as he sticks around Michael Weedman, gets it to the near side. Now working at Kovacic, drive save, rebound loose, taken away by McKendree. 2-1 in favor of Missouri State. Goals by Kovacic, his 19th. Bratton's 11th, that's shorthanded, and then a power play, Norlander for McKendree. It's 2-1. Ice Bears have it again. Here's Kovacic, breaks free. He shoots, and as he tried to bring it back, he just missed over the corner of the net. Now things starting to get a little wild here as the Ice Bears do keep it in. Great play by Turin, but it's taken away by McKendree.
There's a good job by Warning to knock down the pass at the blue line. Can he clear the zone? Well, he got it to Kovacic, and Kovacic comes forward.
Across the line now, as he does, it's offside as McClue in just a little bit too soon.
I bet I know what you're going to say about the goals. The nets, they're a lot darker.
Well,
it's hard to see the puck up against those nettings.
That's one of the things. They are the practice nets. They are not the official nets. But the second thing I was going to say is these nets are on pegs. Over on the East rink, they are on these the rubber pipes that come in, and so the goaltenders can push off a little easier. Now they can't do that as well without knocking the net off. So that's one of the biggest differences between playing over here on the West rink and or playing on the Stan Melton rink, formerly the East rink, named in favor of the man that created hockey here in Missouri State, or at least brought it here.
Starek hustling to the puck in the Ice Bears zone, got to it from McKendree, and the Bearcats go back to work as they put some pressure on. Ice Bears try to get it out of the zone, can't get it done. It goes back down low. Heisroth will take it there. Big hit in the middle on by Warnig, and he's going to get penalized for this one.
So Warnig on Brennan, or take that back. That was not on Brennan. That was on Ty Watt, and Warnig is going to get called.
This comes with 9:18 left in regulation in a 2-1 game, and McKendree will have a chance to tie it up here.
This is power play number 5.
7 penalties, 14 minutes flagged on Missouri State University. Only 4 penalties for 8 minutes on the Bearcats. And as you say, 5 power play opportunities now. This will be the 5th opportunity for McKendree. Only 2 power plays, if I'm reading this right. Only 2 for Missouri State tonight?
It is only 2 for Missouri State. This is the 5th for the Bearcats.
And the Ice Bears can't control. McKendree has it in the attacking zone and a man advantage. And they'll send it back out to the point. Faking the drive. Now a one-timer on the left-hand side from Levi Armstrong. He missed it partially anyway, and it goes back behind the net. Just beyond the blue line, the McKendree Bearcats will have to regroup just a little bit as Armstrong will come in on the left side, working on Schumacher. He drives him into the corner. McClue pins his man up along the boards. Schumacher stretches out with the stick, can't get a hold of it. Now it's taken by Lazar Lestarik for the Bearcats. He gets it over to Ty Watt. Watt looks for a centering pass, and it's knocked away. McClue has it.
He's going to go one-on-one, but instead let everyone catch up and send it in and get a hit for his attempt there. That's Norlander to put the hit on. 1:11 to go in the penalty. We come the other way. Here is Ty Watt.
Watt going 1-on-3 right now. I thought they'd get a line change, but only one man changed on that for McKendree. They go into the zone anyway, and it's knocked out easily by Thornton.
All the way down with 57 seconds remaining and a full sail line change for Missouri State with the exception of Brown. Shots 37-21 in favor of Missouri State. Dan, I did not get second period ending shots.
I'll give you that in a little bit. Right now, McKendree on the attack as they wheel all the way back behind the goal. Alec Nichols reverses direction on the puck, takes it back out to the left point. They work the wing on the left-hand side now with Connor Brennan. He'll leave it back down into the corner. Jacob Young goes to the point. Here's a howitzer that goes up high over the crossbar, and it comes away to Bell.
Bell with a lead pass to Kovacic, trying to catch up to it, and swept away by the goaltender Best into the corner with 19 seconds. Missouri State already has a shorthanded goal. That's Bratton's goal, and that came with about, 4 seconds or so and some change on the penalty.
2 seconds. It was 2 seconds left on that penalty, yeah.
Now there's 4 on this penalty here, and it is over.
And we're back at full strength as Anderson lost it in his own zone, but Brown there to cover it up and steer it into the corner. And he'll have to work hard against Alex Ivasenko. And Ivasenko gets it back. They work it on the left side. Here's a shot way wide to the left-hand side, but a nice bounce on the other side comes to Knox, now taken away by Bratton.
It's a 2-on-2. Now catching up is O'Brien. Bratton with it, looking to O'Brien, the trailer. He shoots and tipped in front, and a save as it was tipped in front by Barrett, and a big save there by Best. He holds on to make it a 2-1 hockey game still as Missouri State holding on to the advantage. 6:53 to go in the period.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I don't know how Best saw that one coming. He was well screened by a couple of players, and he still managed to see enough of it to get that leg pad out and get that one stopped.
Dan, you got those shots while you have a chance
here?
Oh,
yeah, and at the end of 2, it was 17-26 for the Ice Bears. 17 for McKendree, 26 for the Ice Bears.
That helps me a lot. Appreciate that, Dan. That means there were 6 in that period.
Yeah, just 6. Here's the Ice Bears now with the puck and the attack.
It's up the middle, but intercepted, although held in. And Barrett with a drive and a penalty.
Just as the shot was launched, the whistle was sounding.
It's against Missouri State.
Oh, my goodness. Did that go in? I think it did.
It did, and there was a penalty, a slash, and fans are not happy. And we'll see if we can see that. I don't know if we can or not. I'll see if we can back up for that sequence. Let's see if we can take a look at it in this sequence here.
I mean, it was bang, bang.
Oh, there's the slash. Yep, it is. It was called.
Yep.
It was a slash.
Yep, the penalty was called first, but I mean, it was close, and the puck did go in. Of course, you know, if he'd already heard the whistle, maybe that's why Best didn't react quite as much as he might have normally. But no goal, and power play number 6 coming up for the Bearcats of McKendree. What a game this has been. It's been worth the extra weight, I'll tell you that.
Missouri State on the penalty kill, 81.4%, 30 they've allowed out of 162. And again, coming into this series, McKendree on the power play, 29.3%, an astounding 42 power play goals and 143 opportunities.
They're going to send both players out of the face-off circle. Bell was complaining that Lazar Lestarik is out there with a broken chin strap. I don't know if it was broken or just a lot of extra length on it, but he's still out there. The officials continue with him on the ice.
If it is indeed, that's technically a penalty.
Well, apparently the official didn't see anything wrong with it. Thornton, save! Oh my goodness, it wasn't Thornton with the shot, it was the other 7. Levi Armstrong feeds across to the right side. Lazar Lestarik with a great opportunity, and Shuck sliding across not only made the wonderful save, but managed to hold on and stop action.
You know, he's done that, not Shuck, but Griffin did that one time earlier. Just a great opportunity. We'll see if we can take a look at this. Here it is here. Just a big save. And Dan, I think because Armstrong made the pass, I think it was Lazar Lestarik.
Yeah, it was Lestarik who got the shot. You're right. And Josh Bell now wins the draw for the Ice Bears. Kovacic will race for it.
It comes out, and Covey's fighting for it, but across the line, it's taken away from him. And now grabbed by Norlander.
Power play opportunity. Here's McKendree working their way in. Flinging it off the backboard. It comes all the way around and cleared out of the zone by Kovacic.
All the way down with 1:18 to go on the power play. 5:54 remaining in the period. A 2-1 lead for Missouri State. They took the lead in the first period, 2-0, and just 1 goal in the second period. And that's where we stand right now. Nobody scored here in the third.
And a minute to go in the power play opportunity for the Bearcats as it comes to the near half board. It's tracked down there by Dominic Noss. Noss feeds it back. Now they'll feed it back down low. Here's Armstrong. Back to the point it comes. Kovacic with a steal.
And he is going to work 1-on-3 looking for Bell instead. Bell will try to pick it up, but it's broken away from Covey and out to center ice. Here comes McKendree. They are 2-on-2, but as they were trying to line change, nobody there. Now they walk the line offside, apparently.
Oh, I don't know about that one either. I think the Ice Bears got a break there. He was offside momentarily, but he managed to stretch his skate back out and put it on the blue line, I think, before they came across the line with it. But it's going to stand as an offside call. They'll face off just outside the Ice Bears zone in front of the Ice Bears bench. 34 seconds left in the power play opportunity for McKendree. And the face-off is won by McKendree, but they had to retreat out to the center line. Now they'll flip it high, and the end-over-end puck sails deep into the corner. Tapped by Schumacher back into the corner. And Johansson will flip it out of the zone as far as the red line anyway.
Nichols will get possession for the Bearcats, and McKendree with it across the line into the Missouri State zone.
10 seconds left in the power play. A bouncing puck in on goal. Shuck makes the stop, and man, that could have been terrible.
Torin is able to clear it now with 3 seconds to go. And Torin there to run rough shot, and finally it's Johansson to send it all the way down, no icing.
As O'Brien comes out of the box, he'll retrieve, and he gets into the corner.
With 4:30 to go on the period. Now somebody gets upended for the Bearcats, near side boards out of our viewing area. Now as Brown is able to clear it back in, with 4:20 to go, Missouri State will line change. Near side boards, coming into forecheck is Ivasenko. He has his puck taken away as rushing is Travis Barrett. Puck flips up high and all the way back down into the Missouri State zone.
Anderson will get there first. outraces Michael Weedman. Anderson splits the defense, gets taken down. We're going to get a penalty on McKendree.
And that was dangerous. That was
a skate flying in the wrong direction.
Good thing Anderson has the plastic shield. Or does he have the cage? I think he has the cage. Yeah, I couldn't tell. We're going to get a slashing call.
First penalty on McKendree this period.
So is this penalty number 5?
Yeah, that's it. 5 penalties, 10 minutes. And only the 3rd power play opportunity for the Ice Bears tonight.
I guess we had 2 5-on-5, or 2 4-on-4s, that is.
Michael Weedman, the culprit, he'll sit out for 2 minutes, and there's only 3:53 left in the game.
Ice Bears with a golden opportunity to add to their lead here. It's 2-1 in favor of Missouri State. Now with 1:45 to go. Cross ice pass to Schumacher. Now he'll bring things out and send it down in low. Work it now around with Barrett. Or make that, Travis Barrett was the recipient. Now it goes high. Now right side drive. Misses wide by Jordan Bratton. Near side boards again. 1:25 to go in the power play. Puck intercepted, taken away, and cleared all the way down by Nichols.
Shuck will play it ahead quickly. Schumacher ahead as they try to catch him in a line change.
Across the line to Barrett. Drops it down in low. Works it into the corner. McKendree's road record 13-3-0 this season. But again, most of it against Division 3 team. Or excuse me, Division 2 team, sorry. Now here's a drive in that gets deflected as Bell got that one. Worked into the corner. Although they do have a couple of wins against Division 1 Arkansas. They came down and played them, and they swept them. Near side boards. 4:40, make that 2:42 to go. 42 seconds remaining. Ice Bears still slow getting the power play set up. They finally try to get something going. Kovacic, left dot. He likes to work there. Drops it down in low. Gets it to McClue. Now a return pass. Kovacic again a drop down in low. Working it this time. A drive in, save, rebound. Moved into the corner. That's actually Bell, 16, not 18. Now up the middle drive. Anderson score! Brennan Anderson peeks the puck through to get his 10th goal of the season. This is a power play goal, and Missouri State finally capitalizes on the power play. And the Ice Bears, with 2:12 remaining, have a 2-goal lead again.
Boy, that was much needed. That power play goal was much needed. Get a little cushion now. 2:12 left to go in regulation. And 41-22, the shots and goal have really blossomed in favor of the Ice Bears here in the 3rd period. But a great job by Andrew Best to keep McKendree in this game. That time, didn't have much of a chance. Pinpoint pass, wide open goal on the far side, and they made the most of it. Anderson gets the goal, and it's 3-1 as we'll battle at center ice to see who can get control. Now they'll dump it deep into the McKendree zone. Bearcats flip it out. Poked away by Heiseroth. Taken away by McClue. Now Thornton has it, but he's 1-on-3, and he'll get tackled at the blue line. Puck to Thornton again as he intercepts on the half wall on the near side, carries into the corner. Now I apologize, we can't bring you the PA feed. That's the one thing we couldn't move from one rink to the other.
But I do get the assists on Anderson's 10th of the season, a power play goal. Kovacic and Bratton will get the assists. Now there's 1:19 to go in the period in a 3-1 lead for Missouri State.
Let's see what happens with Andrew Best if he comes out here, if McKendree can get control of the puck. And they do. Their pass a little bit errant, though, and Schumacher will take it back. Johansson got it off the board. Davis.
Yeah, he's going to send it down in low, looking to see if the goaltender will come out on this rush, and I don't know if he's going to do it. I think he's going to stay. Here's a lead pass to Ivasenko.
Yeah, he looks like he wants to come out, but Coach Larson is saying no, stay there. 45 seconds left in regulation. McKendree on the attack. And a big hit from Davis. And Launder comes up with it. He'll feed it ahead.
Across the line into the zone with 33 seconds remaining in the 3rd period. Puck up the middle, intercepted. In case you joined us late, Missouri State, Andrew Kovacic is 19th at 10:35 of the 1st period. Bratton on a shorthanded situation, his 11th at 19:28 of the period. And Norlander for McKendree with a power play, this one of the second at 19:20. And then here in the third, Anderson, his 10th at 17:48. Now there's 6 seconds remaining. 3-1 lead for Missouri State. Brown with the drive in, and it's held on to with .4 remaining.
Oh, Bratton needs to hold up here. Bratton needs to calm down just a little bit. Something happened he didn't like, and he went back after his man, and he needs to just separate. Let it go. There's .4 seconds left on the clock. That would be an inopportune time to get yourself disqualified for tomorrow night. And these two teams will rack it up again tomorrow.
That's right. As you mentioned, tomorrow night we'll have it for you right here. Missouri State McKendree, 7 o'clock Saturday. And hopefully on the Stan Melton Ice Rink.
We don't care. We'll go wherever they send us.
I care. But if you joined us late, we started on the Stan Melton Ice Rink, and then we had to move over here to the West Rink, and it was a chore to get over here, something we were not prepared for. But at any rate, it is a 3-1 win for Missouri State. Let's go over the goals for you once again. Andrew Kovacic starts it off for Missouri State at 10:35, his 19th. This is at the first period. It is unassisted, and what a beautiful goal as he banked it off the glass and got it up over the shoulder of Best. Then Jordan Bratton, a shorthanded goal with 2 seconds left on the power play at 19:28. A nice feed from Barrett. Schumacher will also get an assist, and that is Bratton's 11th goal of the season. His shorthanded goal made it a 2-0 game, and then Norlander picks up a goal on a power play for McKendree, his 10th. Nass with the assist, and that's where things are right now, as that goal, of course, happened on the West Rink. And then Missouri State comes back on the final goal of the game. This one is Brennan Anderson's 10th of the season as he just slips it in the near side post, and that's where we are right now as we have our Steak and Shake player of the game joining us, and a man that played really spectacular here in this game, one of the goaltenders, and Brady Griffin. And Brady, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Steve?
Doing well. You know, it seemed that you were kind of in the zone early on tonight. How did that feel? And then knowing that, well, unfortunately, you're only going to play half the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's definitely tough not getting in there as much as I want to. And, I mean, splitting games never fun, but.
It's got to be especially tough coming off when there's still a goose egg up there.
Oh, yeah, you never want to do that. That's never fun.
Well, that's called being a team player tonight, though, and some much-needed experience for both goaltenders tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And altogether, I think both of you together kicked out 22 total. You were 13-13 tonight. Good effort in a half a game.
Thank you.
You know, one of the things about this hockey club is it doesn't matter who the team is. They're going to get out there and they're going to hit and they're going to do whatever. And this seemed like a really tough, strong game in the beginning. And honestly, you had to make a couple of saves that had you not made those saves, it might have been a completely different hockey game.
Yeah, it was definitely a battle. We don't. I mean, we come into these D2 games. Obviously, we're expected to win them, but we come out and they're always a battle, and it's always back and forth. We always play them close. So that was it was definitely fun.
Now, of course, you guys are playing a Division II squad, so it really doesn't matter. I want to say these games are for fun because they're not really. I mean, you still want to play to win, but you guys obviously are going to be scoreboard watching because it's UNLV and Midland, and if UNLV wins a couple of games here, Missouri State may most likely be going to nationals.
Right. Yeah. Last time we checked, I know it was 2-1 UNLV. So.
Oh, you guys are checking already.
Oh, yeah.
It still is 2-1 after one period.
Oh yeah.
Now, how big of a distraction is what happened tonight? How do you get past that?
It's definitely tough. It's not fun. That doesn't happen very often, obviously. So, I mean, it's tough to bounce back, but it worked out in the end, so we're good.
This has happened to us as a broadcast team one time in our very early career of broadcasting Missouri State University, and we believe it was McKendree.
I believe
then,
it was against McKendree. Yep.
Yeah.
So this has happened twice now with this squad. I will verify it by tomorrow, but I believe that's the case. So with this hockey club right now, you've obviously had a chance to sit down this whole season and last season too. Your impressions of what this club is, knowing that at the end of the season, this will be a above 500 team in Division I for the first time in its history.
Oh, it's super exciting, and I mean, honestly, I can say all we're going to do is go up from here. So the next couple of years are going to be fun.
Well, it's definitely a lot of fun, and thanks so much for joining us. And great play out there. And for the first half of the game, you did phenomenal.
Thank you.
Sticking for me as a southpaw myself, I wish I could have seen you play the rest of the game.
I appreciate it. Thank
you. You got to let your goalie buddies get in there too,
right.
and I'm sure you all pull for each other.
Yeah. Shuck played great tonight too. So
all right. Well, congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, that is our Steak and Shake player of the game and Brady Griffin. Well, that'll just about wrap it up here. The one thing we do got to tell you about is shots on goal, and Missouri State, on the combination of Griffin and Shuck just faced, if I'm right, he faced 5 shots in that third period. That was it.
No, well, yeah, in the third period, totally faced 9 total.
Yep.
Kicked out 8 of 9, but you're right, only 5 shots on goal from McKendree in that third period. Only 6 in the second period.
Whereas the Ice Bears did yeoman's work, and they threw 17 on Andrew Best.
Okay, well, I had 15 and 15, 11, 15, and 15, I think, for a total of 41.
Okay, that works for me, too. It's a total of 41, but, hey.
Any way you go, it's 41 shots on goal. So a good night offensively for the Ice Bears. Even though Andrew Best did his best to keep them out of the net, they still managed to force 3 of them home and take a big 3-1 win tonight over a team that is destined to, I think, do well in the D2 competition from here on out.
They definitely are. McKendree is one of those hockey clubs that has really gone through its competition. And again, they are the Mid-America Collegiate Hockey Association champions, Gold Division, for the 2nd year in a row. This year with a 4-0 win over Iowa State. They're number 3 in ACHA Division II Central, and they have nothing but up to go and to climb for the McKendree University Bearcats. So you know what? I think that's going to do it for us, because they're closing the lights, they're cleaning up, they're kicking us out, and we're done. But I tell you what, we have to go over to Ebbets Field and go check out the remainder of the game between UNLV and Midland, and right now we are UNLV Runnin' Rebel fans. That's for
Absolutely.
For sure. But if you're a McKendree fan, tune in tomorrow. We'll have the same broadcast for you, hopefully, again, back on the Stan Melton Ice Rink, and we hope you'll join us there as Missouri State ends up winning this game by a score of 3-1 over the D2 McKendree Bearcats. I'm Steve Casson for Dan Lee and for Alex Harmon and for Mr. Kovacic helping us move, and everybody else, thanks so much. Until tomorrow, good night, everyone.
So long.
You've been listening to Missouri State Ice Bears Hockey with your host, Steve Casson. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ice Bears Hockey is a presentation of DS Sports Enterprises and WebSportsRadio.com.